Hello everybody, welcome back to my home here in East Tennessee. Today I thought I'd go through a bit of a tutorial on my Tillandsias, my little air plants. I just really enjoy growing these little guys, and I've learned some tips and tricks along the way that I thought would help you all. I've grown these now for about 4 years, and I'd never grown them before, and where I'd seen and heard things before about them, I kind of had the wrong idea about how to grow them. So I thought maybe I could give you some tips and some pointers today on how I grow mine, and these are actually really charming plants to grow. Air plants are native to tropical and subtropical areas of the Americas, like Florida, Mexico, and into South America. They like to have bright, indirect sunlight, kind of like a Phalaenopsis orchid does. So I'm set up pretty well in my sunroom here to grow these successfully. They like the bright, indirect sunlight. Some of them, like the one on the left, that is my curly slim. It likes a little bit of filtered sunlight, but no direct, harsh afternoon sun, much like your Phalaenopsis orchids. And this is where mine live, in my sunroom. They don't ever get direct hot sun. They just get bright, indirect light. They hang out with my orchids. They're great companion plants for orchids, by the way. I just love the way they look. Yeah. And I really enjoy growing these. They're very unusual, and everyone who comes back here, they're like, what in the world is that? So they give your grow room and your grow space a lot of interest. So let me introduce you to my little collection of air plants. The ones down here are Tillandsia ionantha. This one reminds me of Jazzy right here in that little pot. This is my medusae. And this is my curly slim in this cute little pot that, yes, reminds me of my own hair. Curly, very curly. So I feel like I have a presence here in my sunroom of both me and Jasmine at all times. And I like the way that you can really be creative in how you display these. There are so many type of open air displays that you can buy for Tillandsias, which reminds me, these are not for closed-in terrariums that don't get any air circulation. The air circulation around these is very, very important. They like to breathe and they like to dry out quickly after you water them. It is really important to place them in a place where they're going to get good airflow. I have mine close to my ceiling fan, so they don't stay wet very long after I water them. And I think that was the number one mistake that I had seen previously about displays with air plants. I noticed that people would hang them places just thinking that they needed air, but not water. They like air and water just as much. Both are very, very important to them. I actually spray these twice a week, every 3 days, with a sprayer, and I'm going to show you how I do that. My curly slim likes more water. I actually soak this one in water for 2 or 3 hours every 3 days. And she perked up and started really growing quickly. It made a big difference in this plant. So make sure that you know that, yes, they're called air plants, but they certainly do need moisture. So I'm going to show you how I water these. And this is how I water the ionanthas. I've tried to soak them to begin with, and they didn't really do so well with the soak. I found they liked being sprayed better. So this is a spray bottle just with a little bit of, I use RO water, reverse osmosis water, and I mix some of my tap water in with it. I've got really good quality tap water, so I just let it set out for about 24 hours, so there's no chlorine in it. And then what I use is I use this Cute Farms Tillandsia Weekly Air Plant Fertilizer. I use this weekly, and I noticed that they were starting to get kind of pale. Do you see how green it is now? Okay, they were getting kind of pale, and I thought these need some fertilizer. So I started using this a few months ago, and I started seeing a really big difference. This is a very mild fertilizer. It's a 0.02% nitrogen, 0.03% phosphorus, and 0.05% soluble potash. Very, very mild. So I just spray about, depends on the size of the plant. This one's not too big. I'm going to spray this one about 3 times. That's all you do. And I shake it off, and then I'm going to set it sideways for it to dry. And it should take about, well, it should take no longer than 4 hours for them to dry. They don't like to stay wet for very long. So these are located near my ceiling fan, so they do dry out in about 3 or 4 hours. So when I set this back on the shelf, it's going to be in its little display like this, sideways, so that it doesn't sit up like this. That can rot the middle of your air plant. So you want it to kind of stay sideways like this until it dries. And then after it dries in about 4 or 5 hours, you can set it back upright. And with the medusae, it's pretty much the same. I just spray this one like I do the ionanthas. Takes a little bit more spray though, because this is larger. And this one's very, very fuzzy. The structures that make these appear to be fuzzy are called trichomes. And that's what takes in the water and the nutrients in the plant, not a regular root system. Isn't that just the coolest thing? Takes a minute to get this one good and wet. I used to try to soak this one. It didn't particularly like it very much. Okay, and then once a week I'm going to use this, the fertilizer. And I use about 5 sprays on that one. That's a big air plant, so it requires 5 sprays. Okay, for my curly one, I just place it pretty much upside down, sideways, making sure that I get all of the foliage wet. And I'm going to leave it like that, like I said, for an hour or two. While I'm back here watering my orchids and my other plants, I just keep turning it from side to side, just making sure that it gets wet. And it does like to be soaked, like I said, twice a week. And here they are, they're watered. I've sprayed the fertilizer on them, and they're going to lay on their side like this until they get dry, probably in about 4 hours or so. And of course, my Curly Slim is over here soaking, likes a good long soak, twice a week. So the temperatures that these enjoy are tropical to subtropical temperatures. They stay in my sunroom, which is between 65 degrees Fahrenheit to about 85 degrees Fahrenheit all through the year. They enjoy those temperatures. They love humidity. If you've got a humidifier running in your room, they'd love to be around that. But I don't actually give them extra humidity even in the winter. I do have around between 30 to 50% humidity in this room all year round. So they do fine with just regular room, room type conditions. So yeah, they're easy to take care of. They're fun to take care of. And I hope this has been of interest to you all. This has been a fun video for me to make for you. And I hope you all just have a highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed kind of a day. And we will talk to you next time.